Our people are scattered, like stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for? Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy. That way, you'll never be lost. I'm going to Mandalore so that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
May the Force be with you!
This is the way.
There's something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
Hang on, kid. This is the way.
Oh my goodness, The Mandalorian is back. Oh, Din Djarin and his little mate Grogu are live on our screens every Wednesday on Disney Plus, and I'm so glad, so stoked these guys are here. This season is set up as a redemption story for Din as he seeks to rejoin the Mandalorians after breaking the code, which is, for those unfamiliar, removing his helmet and allowing someone else to see his face. Part of the laws of the Mandalore is that when they're given their helmet, they never take it off again in front of someone else, in front of another living being. So that's, I mean, a bit brutal, but that's the life of it. So he's seeking to make amends and to rejoin the Mandalorians because this is the way. Oh, it's so good. The first episode was brilliant and I think has set up an excellent third season in the Disney franchise. And we have to acknowledge a few things earlier. Gina Carano is no longer a part of the cast because she said things that upset people and Disney went, "You're out." So there is a token kind of bye-bye Marshall Cara Dune. She's gone. There are some great set pieces in the first episode. It sets up about 4 different plots, which I think is going to be great across the episodes that we're going to see play out. And that's what you want. You want to have some intrigue and some draw into this whole process because The Mandalorian has become synonymous with Disney Plus and this return to great storytelling within the world of Star Wars and on Disney. I don't buy the criticism that Andor ruined everything from The Mandalorian. They're different shows for a start. And I think that what we're getting from Andor is absolutely intentional in the way they want to tell the story. And goodness, I cannot wait for season 2 of that next year. As far as The Mandalorian goes, I think that what we're seeing is a developmental approach. We're seeing that it's got a story to tell. It's told it well in the first 2 seasons. And even let's be fair, it's half of the Book of Boba Fett. And what we'll see is a return to some of that. We'll see some of that harder storytelling and that without explaining everything. You just have to be involved in stuff. Of course, the first episode has to set some things up, but that's what I'm looking forward to. Andor raised the bar, and I think we're going to see that play out in this third season of The Mandalorian. Rick Fuyama is back as one of the key directors this series. He got a couple of eps in the first season and then ran a fair bit of the second. Jon Favreau is show running, and I think that combination, along with all of the other stuff they bring into it, is going to make absolutely all the difference. I cannot wait to see what they play out and how they bring it. Pedro Pascal, fresh from The Last of Us, returns as the, stern, faceless Mandalorian Din Djarin. Carl Weathers is back. He's had a promotion, as you'll see. Giancarlo Esposito returns, and there is no question what he's looking for, as well as Omid Abtahi, Amy Sedaris, and Katee Sackhoff, who reprises her role as Bo-Katan. And she's not super happy either. So there's heaps that's going to play out in this season of The Mandalorian, and I cannot wait for every single episode. For those that are unaware, The Mandalorian is set in the Star Wars universe in between Return of the Jedi, which is film 6, and The Force Awakens, which is film 7. So in that 30-year time frame between those two films, that's where The Mandalorian sits. The Empire have been destroyed, but there's still stuff bubbling along. There's lots of outposts that are a bit wild and woolly, and there are people like the Mandalorian that can make their money as bounty hunters and yet find a bigger purpose and delightful. I read a story suggesting that Jon Favreau was saying that while Grogu was off with, I won't spoil it for those that haven't seen it, but off getting his training, if we want to call it that, that he was away for about 3 years from Din. So him coming back certainly means that there'll be maybe a little bit more Force action from the little green guy. Yeah, come on, The Mandalorian. There are 8 episodes. The first episode is out now, along with all episodes of season 1 and 2. And so season 3 plays out weekly on Wednesdays on Disney+. You will want to check out every minute of it because, goodness gracious, may the Force be with you.